It's time to prepare for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the Pga Tour. Welcome to historic Oakmont Country Club. It opened in 1903 and is still challenging even today's top players. It's the opening round of the U.S. Open. Welcome, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Henny Koyak is walking with the feature group today, and John McCarthy is on the course as well. And Rich, this week, Oakmont Country Club welcomes the 125th U.S. Open. What can the players expect from this layout?
Andrew, I've said this to many people before, but Oakmont Country Club is the one golf course in the United States, probably the world, that I would actually pay good money not to have to play again. I've competed in one U.S. Open here, and it was so brutal, I thought, I can't handle this. And I couldn't handle a lot of U.S. Opens, but this could be it. They actually slow the greens down from normal play. They slow them down. That's how much of a test this is. I have to say, it is beautiful now that they had all the trees removed for the most part. But when you have par threes that are 303 yards, no thank you. I'll take a pass.
That really sounded pure. Looking at my yardage book, it looks like about 140 yards remain.
Green sits well below the player here, taking one less club.
Going with pitching wedge here. That's a really nice approach shot. Henny is right there.
Yeah, I've paced this off. She's got 9 foot to go.
Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
Okay, my money is on a right to lefter.
What a way to open things up. A birdie on the first hole.
Most certainly is. Love to see it.
As we head to the next hole, our featured player is currently tied for first. And now teeing off on a par 4.
Most players with such a short distance are not going to challenge this hole with the driver. They're going to lay it up with some sort of iron, just have a wedge for their second shot to a green that tilts severely from back to front and all kinds of movement on it. This is a wonderful short par 4.
This tee shot is looking good so far. From the bunker. Well, if this went down, we'd call it a bomb. All gas, no brakes. That one just rolls by. All right, try to limit the damage here and walk away with a double. Too much power on that putt. That one drops. Disappointing for her there as she falls to 2 over. Setting up now on the tee of the par 4 third.
Church pews down the left-hand side, and the longer you go into the fairway, the more narrow that fairway gets. So players laying back with something other than driver Second shot, back uphill to a blind green. It's got a runoff area fronting it and a runoff area behind it, making distance control so important.
Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
Setting up here from about 150 yards.
Get down. Okay, nothing spectacular, but safe. Henny, what kind of putt will she face here?
This looks like it's going to go left.
Putt on a good line. This one looking good. The par putt. She is making a move on the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here on 4.
And the church pews once again down the left-hand side. Second shot completely blind to the green. If you can, lay it up to a high spot over on the left-hand side. Third shot goes straight downhill to a green that's receptive for all kinds of wedges.
Wow, what a swing right there. Rich, the U.S. Open is upon us. What makes this week so special?
Well, I think it's the amount of players that try and qualify for this each and every year, Andrew. You have somewhere in the neighborhood of 8,000 to 9,000 plus competitors around the country, around the world, trying to get into the U.S. Open through qualifying. And the fact that it ends on Father's Day, it's the hardest golf course condition-wise that most of these players will see throughout the year. It's just a different beast. When you get done playing the U.S. Open, you feel it everywhere, physically, mentally. You just are so drained after basically a week's worth of trying to figure out how good you truly are.
Great recovery there. Should be able to clean that up and save par. Okay, we're done with that hole. And with that, she's at 1 over for the event.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Wow, that's an incredible drive.
That one just a bit too far offline. This is her second shot. Only 2 shots off the pace.
Looking great so far out the rough.
Yep, that shot safely on the green. And now this for a share of the lead. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
The perfect leave. Uphill, right to left.
Started this one on a pretty good line. I like the look of this one. Big putt for par coming up. Yeah, she looks like she pushed that one. Well holed. Let's move on. Sitting at a couple over for the day.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Going with the 5-iron here.
Oh, very nice indeed.
She She's hitting shots like that against Tiger Woods. I never thought I'd see that.
This one's for birdie.
She'll be happy with that. Lessens the sting of the bogey on the last.
Before we move on to the next hole, we show you that she is currently in a tie for 5th.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Not a bad result right there. This is pitching wedge on the way. Yeah, I like that. That's okay there. That's a safe shot. Let's see what Tiger Woods can do here.
The rival is ahead of him. He needs to get something together here.
This putt is from 18 feet away.
This for a birdie run.
John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
This putt's going to go uphill, break left to right.
8 feet to the cup.
A good look at par here.
As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 3.
Difficult tee shot here, straight back up the hill. You got a trench over the left-hand side. It's got some dry grass in it you want no part of. Second shot plays straight back up the hill into the clubhouse. And look at this, squared off green. The back third of it is actually the practice green. This is such a cool feature of this golf course. I love this hole.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
Looking to get up and down from here. Four feet to the cup.
Trying to save par here.
And that putt goes. What a great bounce back on this hole.
Nice up and down there. Not a very difficult bunker shot, but nice to get it up and down nonetheless.
That was right on target. Let's go down to Henny.
This is playing long. It's uphill.
All right, we can work with that. All right, let's see if all that practice on the putting green pays off here. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
A tricky little slider here. Downhill, moving to the left.
This putt starts on a good line. Oh, I like the looks of this. And it goes in. She has a smile there as she moves to even par.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Now to the par 4 10th.
Yeah, this fairway, you can get a couple of really strange bounces. You land it short of these bunkers here, it kicks hard to the right. You get it past it though, now it kicks hard left. Second shot plays down the hill to a green that tilts from right to left severely. This par 4 is super difficult.
That's a really nice shot. Let's go down to John on the course for an update.
Hello, Andrew. I'm down here with Tom Kim as he gets set for his next shot here on the 4th.
Oh, I like the look of this. Going to go in.
Okay, here we are again, back live. Not a bad shot right there. Here's a putt to get to 1 under for the tournament. Down to Henny.
25-footer is what she's faced with. This would be a great putt to hole.
That was close. 7 feet remains. As we take a look at the leaderboard, she is tied for the top spot.
And 11 runs parallel, but back up the hill, Rich, and there's a trench that gets in the way of the tee.
You want to favor the left-hand side as best possible, as that's the flattest spot on this fairway. From there, you've got a green that swings from left to right and back to front. Really difficult to judge the spin on your second shots here and get it close.
Well, Rich, I'm being honest, this lie is putrid.
Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
She won't be too disappointed with that. Certainly a couple of putts from there. That'll be a good hole.
And he's down there. You got a read?
This one's going to gently meander from the left.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And that will move her to 1 under. And with that, she is now the solo leader in the event. The expression big boy par 5 gets used a fair bit in golf, but this one is definitely that at Oakmont, the 12 hole.
Straight downhill you go. Shorter hitters have to worry about the first section of bunkers on the right-hand side. Longer hitters, the ones on the left. If you can find the happy medium, then you might actually thinking about going forward in 2. However, high stakes ensue. A difficult area to land your second shot when you're laying up. However, this green is not very difficult once you're on it. Not a whole lot of movement here.
Sadly, in the sand, but a chance to make up for the error.
Down the green side rough.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And that should secure the par on this one. And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by a stroke. The 13th is a cool par 3 that works its way back up the hill.
13. not a lucky number per se, and this is probably the reason why. This green is heinous. It is painful, even when you're on it, to try and judge the distance line break of your putts. I have to say, I've played a lot of difficult par threes in my days. This one ranks right up there with the hardest.
That's a high caliber shot. Always nice to have a birdie putt. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And we've got Justin Thomas coming off a birdie on his last hole, and that will take him to 2 off the lead.
And the gap is closing on our leader, Luke.
Oh, she tagged that one. Second shot here on the 14th hole. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
If she holds this, she'll add 20 feet to her collection. If this goes in, it's going to be so satisfying.
Okay, let's head to the next. And she's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole.
We've hit the par 4 15th hole.
Good news is they give you ample room off this tee. Church-style pew bunkers down the left-hand side, fairway cambers from left to right. From there, though, you have a green that sits down below you, but also chases away from you. You can land it short and bounce it on there, but when the pin's all the way back, it forces you to go after it.
That's a textbook swing. Now 2 under par. Okay, that's going to play. This putt has a length of 15 feet.
She's got a great look at birdie here.
Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
This putt is breaking right to left.
Ooh, that was close. 5 feet remain. And after that hole, still in front on the leaderboard. Time now for a par 3.
And once again, just another par 3 that's going to wear you out. A deep bunker fronting this green right here on the right-hand side. That screams bogey all day long. You want to favor the left-hand side, and if you can, bounce your tee shot into this green. If you miss the green here, you're looking 4 squarely between the eyeballs.
Trying to get to 3 under with this putt. This putt's looking good. That's a good job from that distance.
She'll take it. Big breaking putt, not easy to read. This is going to be an easy par, though.
Here's Tiger. Has he holed it?
Time to get back to live play. Here's one to walk away with a par. Okay, on to the next. As we move on to the next, she is up by 1. Now to 17, a par 4.
Players that lay up to the right-hand side want to make sure they find the fairway, the high spot on the right-hand side, but now they're coming into a green that chases away from them. So they're going to have to put a lot of spin on that golf ball. Players going for the green want to miss the screen out on the left-hand side so they can use the length of the green to their advantage.
Wow, what a swing. A par 4 eagle putt after driving the green. That is special.
Just a missile of a tee shot right onto the green.
Now to Tiger.
Yeah, he's looking good. Just birdied his last hole.
How about this shot? That is a touch of class from the bunker.
Time to get back to the course. Henny, you're right there. What can you tell us about the putt?
Real outside chance here. What a hole this would be. 30 feet is what she's facing.
Henny, what do you see in this putt?
This one looks like it breaks hard left to right.
So close. Big opportunity here. A putt for birdie. The putt goes in and that cushion is getting wider. Our leader has a 2-shot advantage on the field. Out to the 18th tee.
This is a beautiful hole, and this golf course scares me, but this hole is beautiful. A ditch down the left-hand side, bunkers right, bunkers everywhere. Second shot for these players, straight back uphill, again to a uniquely designed green, almost in the shape of a square. 2 tiers, the front one and all the way in the back right. This truly is one of the hardest finishing holes in golf major championships.
That's a good one to build momentum on. All right, Henny, what does this look like?
She's looking at maybe 155 or so, I'd say here.
That's another green and reg.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
That looked good all the way. 5 feet to the cup. That's it for today. Here's a look at the leaderboard at the end of round 1, and she finds herself top.
Not bad whatsoever, but still just the opening day. Lots of golf left to play. However, it does give you a little boost of confidence going forward, knowing that right now you're at top of your form, your game is good, and you're in a good space.
We had so much fun out there today. Thank you for joining us. For all of us at 2K Sports, we'll see you soon. Pga Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Welcome back. It's time for final round coverage of the U.S. Open. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan. Welcome back. As we begin our coverage today, our featured player is at 3 under par. Let's get down to the first hole. It doesn't look like anyone will catch her in the final round. Let's join the action now. I like the looks of this. You think about the confidence this player has after winning in their last event.
Winning breeds confidence, doesn't it? It wouldn't surprise me to see them make another strong one at the title again this week.
All right, the putter can come out now. The distance left on this putt is 17 feet.
A great birdie chance here.
Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
She's putting this one down the hill. It's going to move to the left as well.
9 feet remaining to the cup. That looked good for a while. And now this putt for bogey. Moving along.
Not a great start right there, but plenty of holes left in the round.
Let's go out to the par 4 second.
Most players with such a short distance are not going to challenge this hole with the driver. They're going to lay it up with some sort of iron, just have a wedge for their second shot to a green that tilts severely from back to front and all kinds of movement on it. This is a wonderful short par 4.
Well, you take a chance like that, and birdie is still in play. Well done.
Setting themselves up for a birdie, hopefully an eagle.
This will be a challenging putt from this distance. Wow. She's got this putt for par. That one drops. Our featured player likes the way the leaderboard is shaking out, currently in first place. And now teeing off on this par 4.
Church pews down the left-hand side, and the longer you go into the fairway, the more narrow that fairway gets. So players laying back with something other than driver. Second shot, back uphill to a blind green. It's got a runoff area fronting it and a runoff area behind it, making distance control so important.
Okay, we've got about a 140-yard shot here. Really well done.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shots.
Now this putt for birdie. Boy, you gotta love this start.
Setting the tone early in this round.
Let's check out the par 5 fourth.
Dog leg from left to right. Again, the church pews down the left-hand side, but a little more room off the tee shot for these players. Second shot is a blind shot as the green and the distance is tucked all the way over on the right and falls down. So players that are going for it at 2 cannot see the green. If you lay it up to the top of the hill, you're going to have a wonderful third shot down the hill. Should be easy to get it close.
That's how you take on a par 5.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
This putt to get to 5 under. Henny, how tricky is this one?
Veering ever so slightly right to left.
Oh, almost. This is a 6-footer.
Looking for another birdie here.
She gets that one to drop and widens her lead.
Yep, she's got her game face on right out of the gates.
Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
Just a fairway metal long iron required off the tee. You want to avoid the bunkers on the left-hand side as best possible. Second shot down the hill to a Redan-style green that works from right to left and front to back. Big bunkers on the left-hand side you want no part of.
Wow, that was just striped. Second shot here on the 5th.
From the rough here, and I don't think that's going to be enough.
Well, a little off the target with that one.
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
Ooh, that almost went down. She has this putt for her par. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Sitting now at 4 under for the event. This hole is a par 3.
Not much of a green to work with here whatsoever, especially going in with a mid to long iron. Your goal here is to find the center of the green every single day.
Opting for the 5-iron. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, guys, she's looking at a little over 28 foot from the cup.
That's disappointing.
She'll take it. Big breaking putt, not easy to read. This is going to be an easy par, though.
Job done. Let's head to the next. And that'll keep her in the same spot on the leaderboard.
Over to the par 4 7th hole.
Bunker down the right-hand side could see a lot of action as this fairway does camber from left to right. So be wary of that. Down the left-hand side is where you want to be for your second shot. You get to look down on the green ever so slightly. There is an opening fronting this green, so you can chase your second shot in there if you choose to do so.
And right now at -4. That is right on target. Target practice with these approach shots, just like that.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
This putt from 5 feet away. The putt goes in and the lead continues to grow. Well, let's see what happens here at number 8.
Straight uphill the entire way. Great feature on the left-hand side there with all the gores, the junk, all of that. You want to avoid that at all costs. Even hitting the bunkers right is fine. Second shot plays back uphill, back into this clubhouse to a really cool looking squared off green. The back third of it is the putting green.
And a very long putt remains. Henny, what kind of putt will she face here?
You can be positive with this because it's up the hill and moving left to right.
Do we think that one will stay on the green? This putt from 8 feet away. Okay, moving things along, and a quick look at the leaderboard. She is ahead by 7. We're at the 9th. It's a par 4.
A tee shot here. The fairway cambers from left to right, kicking the golf ball into the right-hand rough. Hopefully you can find the fairway. But from there, your second shot now goes to a green where the green tilts from right to left. This is a unique design feature and makes this par 4 super challenging.
The tempo there was exquisite.
Okay, Henny, what do you see down there?
By my pacing, she looks to have just over 170.
Those are the shots you practice at the range over and over, and boy, does it pay off here. A birdie putt coming up. This could be a big one. Another birdie. That's the 4th of the day. No change atop the leaderboard. Our featured player still out in front. We start the back 9 with a par 4.
Yeah, this fairway, you can get a couple of really strange bounces. You land it short of these bunkers here, it kicks hard to the right. You get it past it though, now it kicks hard left. Second shot plays down the hill to a green that tilts from right to left severely. This par 4 is super difficult.
I don't know if this one's going to hang on. Yeah, you want to stay away from that stuff. That's a nice break. This is a good 130 club. On the green, that's always mission number 1. This one to get to 7 under. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
Well, this one's going to break pretty hard to the left.
How did that not go in? 6 feet to the hole. Our featured player still sits atop the leaderboard.
Welcome to the tee of a par 4.
If you can, you want to favor the left-hand side of this fairway as it's the flattest spot on this fairway. From there, you can make out most of the green, not all of it, as the screen runs pretty good from left to right and back to front. Still difficult to judge the amount of spin you can put on that second shot if you're trying to get it close.
This is full send.
Time for the second shot at the 11th.
That is a high-quality shot. Got a lot of that one. A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. Currently at 7 under for the tournament. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round.
That was pummeled into submission.
Time for the second shot at the 12th. That's nicely done. It would be nice to make this putt. This is for eagle. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Honestly, guys, I stopped counting at 40 feet. This is way out.
So close. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
Currently 8 under for the tournament. Teeing off here on the 13th hole.
13. Not a lucky number per se, and this is probably the reason why. This green is heinous. It is painful, even when you're on it, to try and judge the distance line break of your putts. I have to say, I've played a lot of difficult par 3s in my days. This one ranks right up there with the hardest.
Another fine-looking strike, this one. It'll find the green.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one. An extraordinary performance. This player is now 12 strokes in front of the field. We've arrived at the par 4 14th hole.
This hole has changed dramatically over the years, not design-wise, but how players attack it. It used to be a long iron, find the fairway, and then a short iron second, wedge it on. Now we're seeing players time and time take out driver, challenge it up there, find one of those bunkers surrounding the green, and take their chances from there. Either way you play it, it's short, but it's dangerous.
Standing up over this one after a bunch of birdies.
Absolutely. It's been a good streak late in the round.
That jumped out of the rough. Did you see that? Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par.
Feeling the breath moving in and out of your body.
And this is quality play. Still on top of the leaderboard.
This hole is a par 4.
Fairway cambers from left to right, and this green in the distance, it sits below you, so you can chase on your second shot into this green, especially to a front pin. But when the pin is all the way back, it forces you to deal with that bunker on the right and attack that pin by landing it in the center of the green or deeper.
Oh, flex on that drive. Time for the second shot here at 15. That's the type of swing you want to take with you every time out. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
I've had to read this a couple times because there's a subtle last-minute break at the end. It's going to go left.
This putt from 5 feet.
Like you just want to keep sitting here.
The putt goes in, and with just a few holes left, our featured player is at 9 under.
And nice to have that cushion heading down to the last few holes.
Out of 16, it's a par 3.
You want to try and land your tee shot, if you can, on the front left third of this green. A lot of movement from left to right here on this green. If you hit it in the front bunker here, 4 is almost a must. But if you find the green, you just might walk out of here with an easy 3.
That was such a pure swing. That's a fantastic shot by our leader. This putt left for birdie. The putt goes in, and that cushion is getting wider. And after that hole, our featured player is still atop the leaderboard. Wasn't sure if that was the right play off the tee, but boy, was I wrong. Now an eagle putt.
Oh, how about that shot? Taking out the big stick and going ahead and knocking her on. Love it.
This one is 5 feet away. And it drops for eagle. Our featured player continues to look good out there, currently in first place. Now to 18, the par 4.
Ditch all the way down the left-hand side of this fairway. You want to avoid that bunker on the right at all costs. From there, from the fairway, your second shot goes straight back up the hill to a 2-tiered green. When the pin is in the back, you cannot afford to miss this long. This is uniquely designed green, once again, almost in the shape of a square. This hole right here epitomizes the U.S. Open and all it is. It is just difficult and fair all in one.
Another good shot from our leader.
Absolutely massive and right down the fairway.
This looks like a 190-yard shot.
One extra club required to this elevated green.
Buckle up, take a look at this one. That's a remarkable approach, and now a birdie putt at 18.
Nearly doesn't get any better than
all that hard work pays off, and we have a new champion.
This player is not good at one thing and one thing only, and that's sharing. Another win by this player.
Rich, just an incredible performance, back-to-back wins on tour.
Impressive, absolutely impressive. Winning breeds winning, but it also takes a lot out of you. So to contend again the week after winning, boy, I'd say this player is something special.